How's it going, everyone? We're here for some spooky skins, and we're coming up with week 1 of Halloween. And usually, how that works is it is voted on for a contest, and the top 8 to 10 skins make it in. This year, Hulk has said it should be 10 skins. Of course, that can always change, but hey, that's what he said, so it probably will be. And yeah, basically, voting is going on now, but these are the round 1 potential votes. So we're going to be showing you more than those 10 skins, as you can already see from here, but these skins are what those 10 have the potential to come out of. So yeah, there you go. And then you're just going to have to wait and see until Thursday when the Halloween update hits to see which items that are added back in from Face Punch, what new items they bring in, and what skins make it in from today's selection here. So there we go. First, starting off, we have here is the Cosmic Horror Mask by Anathan, and this thing is just absolutely amazing. It's got like tentacles and a bunch of eyes or pustules, or I don't even know what is going on here, but the whole thing's crazy. And of course, it does glow. Don't let all the other amazing glowing things distract you, but there you go. There's some glow and some lightning to go with it. Next, we have a fun little burlap set for you. This is the S. Myrta burlap set. And yeah, there you go. The whole thing is just a nice little burlap set that gives you a fancy little skeleton getup. Definitely cool. And then back here, you've got kind of a candy skull going on, which is pretty cool. Definitely really nice for burlap. Next, we've got a pretty nasty looking balaclava for you. And this is the Rotten Green balaclava, and yeah, as you can see, it has these green glowing pustules coming through it and everything, and it is just really gross looking. And of course, it does glow, so there you go. Very creepy. Next, we've got a burlap and balaclava combo. So the headpiece, of course, is balaclava, and then we've got the burlap pants and shirt. Wow, I can barely talk there, guys. As you can see, there's spiders crawling all over these mummy wraps, and yeah, it's definitely great for the spooky season. Next, we've got a zombie cap for you. Pretty simple little design here. It is, well, the zombie cap. There we go. Straight up said the name. Kind of reminds me of the dorky zombies in Plants vs. Zombies, and has that same kind of dumb look to it, you know. And by dumb look, I don't mean design. I just mean like the dumb eyes, you know? It just looks, you know? There's blood all over this cap and some brains sticking right out. Definitely nice little details and a fun little cap. Next up, we've got some ponchos for you. Starting off, we've got the Spiderweb poncho by La Crempe. As you can see, it has this kind of more spaghetti intricate kind of webbing with all sorts of different colored spiders all around it. Definitely a fun little poncho idea for sure, especially if you have some friends that might be scared of spiders. But it does have a contender. We have another spider poncho with the Phantom Web poncho by Mr. Verona, and this only has a couple of spiders on it and sports more of a kind of plastic Halloween decoration kind of look to it. And yeah, there we go. We've got a couple more spiders on the back, 3 of them there, one kind of crawling up the shoulders, but we'll have to see which one makes it between the two. We have a crazy looking hoodie and pants set for you. This is the Night Stalker Body and Legs by Johnny. And yeah, man, it just has like teeth and staples and muscle coming through and all sorts of stuff going on here. This whole thing is definitely all sorts of creepiness. I wouldn't put that hoodie up if you wear this. That's all I have to say. And well, that's interesting. So wear another, definitely one of the creepier sets today. Next, we've got a deer mask, and yeah, wow, they don't really pop in all that often. And yeah, this one's kind of basic with the hood, just kind of the red stitch and so forth, but it does have all these kind of, you know, little designs and the blood pouring out of the eyes and everything. Definitely fits in quite Halloween-y. And if you actually look up in the antlers, there's tons of runes scrawled in there as well. Also, pretty rare item we don't have too many of skins for. Next, we've got a couple metal sets for you. Starting out, we've got the Kraken's Shell by City. And yeah, this thing is just gnarly. It's an old crusty body with tentacles coming through the ribs and barnacles and kelp everywhere and sea creatures. And yeah, and you can still kind of see like the pirates band around the top there, the bandana. And there's just all sorts of creepy stuff going on. Definitely very cool. And last, for clothing and armor, we've got the Slime Defender by Piglet. And yeah, this one does look like it might glow, but it doesn't. So if it does make it in, it will not give you away at night, which is always nice, especially since this would glow a lot. But yeah, this is a very kind of slimy, very, you know, slimy. I don't know what else to say. It's a nice slimy armor, and looks like there's a few eyeballs hanging out in the top of the head there, which is a cool little thing. Next up, we've got our deployables, and starting off, we've got some sleeping bags for you. The Ghostly Sleeping Bag by Hatton is the first one here. As you can see, the whole thing is like a little ghost sleeping bag. Then it's got patches and so forth, spider webs all along it, and some bats drawn on there. And you can see there's even spider webs on the pillow. Moving on, we've got another sleeping bag for you. This one is the Tombstone Sleeping Bag by Kosum. And as you can see, you've got some spider webs with Black Widow, you've got bats and pumpkins, and nice little rest in peace for your head there on the top. Then moving on, we've got a couple of furnaces for you. Starting off, the first one here is the Zombie Furnace. And yeah, this one is just very crazy sculpting. There's a brain up in the top. Its flesh is just melting off everywhere, and there's the pink coming out from underneath. And yeah, this thing just looks really mean when it's lit up. So we'll be sure to check that out here soon. Next, we've got another crazy and nasty looking melting guy here for you. This one is the Zombie Head Furnace by Multiat. And as you can see behind the hair at the top here, which is kind of like in a band, there's some brain poking out and some tears in the skin. And yeah, it's just those pupilless eyes are always creepy. Then we've got a couple more for you. Starting out over here, we've got another furnace for you, and it is kind of like a shock-looking mummy. This is the Mummy Furnace by Clark. And yeah, as you can see, just at the top there, kind of has like a brain look. And pretty much you just have a mummy's face poking through here. Then over here, we've got some more mummy themes for you with our last furnace, the Spooky Furnace, also by Kosum. So there you go. Next, we've got a box for you, and with that a couple more. This is the Spooky Scary Storage Box by Zimic, and as you can see, you've got some little ghosts there and some spooky trees. It just kind of has that kind of cartoon vibe, little Halloween look to it, which is quite endearing for sure. Then moving on, we've got another box for you, and this has a very cool kind of cartoon carved look to it, or cell shaded. This is the Pumpkin Storage Box by Sun Art. And yeah, it kind of has like a vine-ish tongue coming out of the front there. You've got the back of the pumpkin. It's just a very nice little box for Halloween. Then over here we've got a couple large boxes. The first one starting out is the Ghost Pumpkin Large Box by MM. And yeah, it kind of has this very old kind of box look to it. It's got candles and creepy vines, and then a nice carved jack-o'-lantern face there up in the top. Then we've got another one, and this box is a Mimic. This is the Mimic Large Box by Red Rex, and as you can see, there's kind of runes scrawled on the side there, some nasty teeth there up on the front and the side, of course, and then if we pop on up, lots of eyes. Definitely a cool looking Mimic. Moving on, we got a couple rugs for you. The first one is a continuation in the the From Hell set, so by there, you can say it is the Rug from Hell by Cirque, so there we go. Then we've got kind of a creepier rug for you, the Zombie Bearskin Rug Polar Bear Edition. And yeah, this one is just definitely a very well kind of sculpted one. You've got all the bones kind of sticking through as if it's been chewed on and rotting a bit. And the brain's exposed, one eye is missing. Definitely a very gruesome and awesome Halloween rug. Then we've got a target for you. This one is the Jacko Target by Stabby. And it has some fun kind of carnival colors, kind of jokery. And then you've got this big old angry looking jack-o'-lantern that you can go ahead and target at. Then over here, we've got this beautiful locker for you. This is the Witch's Altar by Odyssey. And yeah, it just has a lot going on. And that just makes it really amazing. I mean, it's just got so much little detail to it. Then over here, we've got a couple doors. Starting off, we've got some sheet metal doors. The first one here is the Witch's Lair door by Kiva. Then over here, we've got the next sheet metal door, which is the Autumn Tree metal door by Stepan. Then we've got some garage doors, starting off with the House of Horrors garage door by Milo Frito. Big old neon spider there. Then we've got kind of a creepy naked trick-or-treater for you. I can't talk today, guys. In Search of Sweets door by Kololinsky. I think I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. Then we've got one more garage door for you. The Mesmerizing Valley by Sadis. Then if we go ahead and pop on over here, you can see that we've got a armor door for you. There's a creepy armor door by Smix. Some people change their names so much, so it's really hard. But you can see there's all sorts of creepy crawlies all over this. There's spiders and centipede and everything going on there. Both sides are pretty much about the same. Nothing too much changing there. And then we've also got a continuation in Halloween set, the Neon Pumpkin Armor Double Door. So hey, Armor Double Door, maybe we can get this in, who knows? You know, everyone always likes to get these glowing doubled armor doors. So speaking of glow, let's go ahead and kill light. There's the glow there. Definitely some cool stuff. Halloween's always fun for the glow. Check out that locker. You even have like a little glow come through the corner. I love that. There's that target. Very cool. Even the bear has a glow, which is kind of crazy. There's a circle around each of these boxes here. And look at the glow here. Really love how it's like a green color. I think it really pops with this box. Look at that. Very cool. And then this just has a very nice bright box glow. Definitely won't be losing this one in your base, that's for sure. Next, we've got our furnaces. We'll go ahead and take a nice little circle around them now that I've gone ahead and turned them on. Definitely cool little spooky bats and eyes. And then, man, this mummy really looks like he ate something way too hot. I mean, man, look at that. Then we've got this guy over here. Oh, man, the glow just really pops the color in the face. I mean, that just looks absolutely awesome. Some brains poking out there. Same thing here. The light just really pops the effects and the carving. You know, the details of the sculpting. The carving. Sculpting is what I'm trying to say here. And then last, we've got our little sleeping bags. Go ahead and get a little better angle there. There we go. There we have it. Last but not least, we've got some tools and weapons for you. Starting off, we've got this creepy Frankenstein hammer for you. This is the Hammerhead Frankie by Multiat. Definitely a cool little hammer with some nice sculpting. Then we've got this crazy looking sword for you guys, and I don't know, this might be a little too much over sculpted just because, you know, the flatness in some of the areas. One way or another is a really cool kind of idea with kind of just, you know, the sparks keeping the sword up. So we'll just have to see how that goes past Hulk. But of course it does have a glow, which we can show you there. Next, we've got a SAR for you, and this one's pretty crazy looking. This is the Slime Monster SAR by Little Ranger, and yeah, it looks like this thing's about to eat your hand there up front. There's eyeballs here and there, green slime splattered, aimed down the sides, that eyeball is staring right at you. This does look like something that might glow, but it does not, so if this pops in, you can grab it without worrying about being seen at night. Then we've got another SAR for you, and this one is more on the artistic side. This is the Ghost Halloween SAR by Verona, and, sorry, Mr. Verona. And this one has a nice kind of carved, you know, jack-o'-lantern design on it there. Aim down the back, you've kind of got like this angry ghost jack-o'-lantern face, and regular kind of just iron sights there. Next, we've got an L96 for you, and this is the Graveyard L96 by Duck. This thing is definitely really cool looking. It has this kind of sculpted tombstone look to it, which is very unique. And nothing too much aimed down the sights there, but then again, this thing's usually going to have a scope on it. Then we've got a satchel for you, and this one has a glow and a not glow version, but it looks like the glowing one is the one popping in to the pool here. So let's go ahead and kill the lights, and Take a look at that glow there. Love how the little bean cans look like little ghosts. It's simple, but it's fun. And last but not least, we got a big boy for you with a rocket launcher here, and this thing's wrapped up with some mummy wraps, and there's some creatures trying to come out of there. It's called the Ancient Curse Launcher by Mishka. So there you go, definitely a crazy looking launcher. We can go ahead and pop a reload, and it glows kind of like a green coming out of there, which I think is very cool. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shoot a rocket, and yes. Okay, anyways, I didn't think I was gonna make that shot. That was pretty good. And if we go ahead and kill the lights here, you can see this does have a very cool green glow to it. But that does it, everyone. Sound off down in the comment section below which ones you're hoping will make it in on Friday, or Thursday, I mean. And man, I'm just really out of it, guys. I am still trying to get completely back to normal again. Thanks all for bearing with me, and happy upcoming Halloween.